Next, transport of carbon dioxide from tissues to the alveolus. From tissues to the alveolus, carbon dioxide move in three major ways. They are, first one is in dissolved state, and the second one is carbamino compounds, and third one is in the form of bicarbonates. Actually, there is a fourth form which is negligible, and it is nothing but absent anamata, carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. These are the four ways to transport carbon dioxide from tissues to the alveolus, and the fourth one, which is carbonic acid, in the form of carbonic acid, CO2 transport from tissues to the alveolus, but it is very very minute and it is negligible. So మన టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో కూడా ఇవి లేదు, సో ఐ కెన్ స్ట్రైక్ అవుట్ దిస్. కార్బోనిక్ యాసిడ్ ఫామ్లో కూడా ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ అవుతుంది కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్, బట్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో మనకి ఇవ్వలేదు, అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ నెగ్లిజిబుల్, వెరీ వెరీ మైన్యూట్. ఓకే, సో 7% of the carbon dioxide transported to the alveolus from the cells or from the tissues in the form of dissolved state. సో ఇక్కడ మనకు అర్థమవుతుంది, ఆక్సిజన్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టెడ్ ఇన్ డిజాల్వ్డ్ స్టేట్ ఓన్లీ 3% ఆఫ్ ద ఆక్సిజన్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టెడ్ as dissolved state. When come to the carbon dioxide, it transported in the form of dissolved state is 7%. That means carbon dioxide have more solubility when compared with the oxygen. Right. Next, come to the carbamino compounds. Hemoglobin bind with the carbon dioxide when partial pressure of carbon dioxide is more. That means at the tissue level, that carbon dioxide bind with the amine group of hemoglobin. Carbon dioxide bind with the amine group of hemoglobin and it forms carbamino hemoglobin. Carb hemoglobin ante HB NH COO plus H plus. హిమోగ్లోబిన్ NH2లో ఒక H పక్క వచ్చిందన్నమాట, H plus ions and CO2. It is carbamino hemoglobin. And H plus. And this reaction occurs at the tissue level only. When there is partial pressure of carbon dioxide is more, then only that hemoglobin, amine group of hemoglobin bind with the CO2, and when the partial pressure of CO2 is less and compared with the partial pressure of oxygen, it automatically release the carbon dioxide. So it is a reversible reaction. ఇక్కడ హిమోగ్లోబిన్లోని NH2 CO2తో బైండ్ అయ్యి కార్బమైనో హిమోగ్లోబిన్ ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది, అండ్ దట్ కార్బమైనో హిమోగ్లోబిన్ మూవ్స్ టువర్డ్స్ ద alveolus where there is a partial pressure of oxygen is more and partial pressure of carbon dioxide is less. At the site of the alveolus, the reaction will occur in reverse manner. That means the carbamino hemoglobin release the carbon dioxide and hemoglobin. So it is carbamino compound, and carbon dioxide transport from the cells to the alveolus in this carbamino compound form is nearly 20 to 25%. 20 to 25% of the carbon dioxide move from the tissues to the alveolus in the form of carbamino compounds. Actually, it is not a carbamino compound, it is a carbamino hemoglobin only. దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ కార్బమైనో కాంపౌండ్? కాంపౌండ్ అని దేన్ని అంటాం? రెండు కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉన్నట్లయితే, రెండు లేదా అంతకన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉంటే దాన్ని కాంపౌండ్ అంటాం. సో దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్షన్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో అక్కర్ విత్ ద ప్లాస్మా ప్రోటీన్స్. Plasma proteins plus CO2. Plasma proteins also have amine group because protein is nothing but a chain of amino acids, and that CO2 is bind with the plasma proteins, and it forms carbaminoproteins. Carbaminoproteins and carbaminohemoglobin or carb hemoglobin. దీన్నే కార్బ్ హిమోగ్లోబిన్ అంటాం. Carbaminohemoglobin plus carbaminoproteins constitute called carbamino compounds. Okay, so carbon dioxide move from tissues to the alveolus in blood and RBC also. In RBC it form carbamino compound, in plasma it form carbaminoproteins constitute called carbamino compounds. It is nearly 20 to 25%. In that, particularly in that, when compared with the carbaminoprotein, in the form of carbaminoprotein, it transport more in the form of carbaminohemoglobin, because in blood the percentage of proteins is nearly half to the percentage of hemoglobin. అంటే హిమోగ్లోబిన్ ఒక 100 ఉన్నట్లయితే కనుక ప్లాస్మా ప్రోటీన్స్ ఒక 50 ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. సో when compared with the carbaminohemoglobin, carbaminoproteins are less, but together called carbamino compounds. 20 to 25% of the carbon dioxide move towards the alveolus from the tissues in the form of carbamino compounds. So this is about transport of CO2 as carbamino compound. Next, bicarbonates. Nearly 70% of the carbon dioxide transport from the tissues to the alveolus in the form of bicarbonates, because RBC, I will draw the RBC in red color. It is RBC. RBC have more amount of a special enzyme known as carbonic anhydrase. It is known as carbonic anhydrase. Carbonic anhydrase is a enzyme which is present, more quantity of this enzyme is present in RBC, and this carbonic anhydrase enzyme convert the carbon dioxide bicarbonates. Nearly 70% of the carbon dioxide move in the form of bicarbonates. And first of all, before going to the bicarbonates, I want to explain the RBC, components of RBC and components of plasma. This plasma, okay. At the site of tissues, it is the tissue. Some muscle or any other tissue, okay, muscle. And it is the blood vessel. It is the blood vessel and endothelial layer. Okay, the space between the tissue and the endothelial layer, it is the interstitial space. Okay, right. Bicarbonates, how the bicarbonates are formed? Actually, RBC have some cytoplasm, and the cytoplasm have H2O, water, and plasma also have some amount of water. Actually, maximum portion of the plasma is nothing but water, right? So whenever the oxygen come to this area through the systemic circulation, and when the partial pressure of CO2 is more, the hemoglobin releases the oxygen, and that oxygen enter into the tissue. At the site of tissue, partial pressure of CO2 is more, because it releases carbon dioxide as a byproduct in a catabolism, and temperature also more, right? And pH is less. So due to the Bohr effect, the hemoglobin releases the oxygen, and oxygen reaches the tissue. At the same time, due to the more concentration, due to the more partial pressure of carbon dioxide moves from interstitial space to the plasma, and from the plasma it enter into the RBC. when it enter into the RBC, that CO2 bind with H2O, water molecule, and it convert into H2CO3 with the help of a special enzyme which is present in RBC. ఒక స్పెషల్ ఎంజైమ్ ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ, and that enzyme is known as carbonic anhydrase. Carbonic anhydrase binds the carbon dioxide with H2O molecule and convert it into H2CO3, and the same enzyme, same carbonic anhydrase, convert this H2CO3 into, it is nothing but carbonic acid. Okay, carbonic acid is formed by this carbonic anhydrase, and the carbonic anhydrase convert the carbonic acid into HCO3 minus plus H plus. Okay, I'll teach here. CO2 plus H2O is converted into H2CO3, like కార్బమైనో కాంపౌండ్ దగ్గర ఎలా అయితే ఫామ్ అయిందో, సారీ డిజాల్వ్ స్టేట్లో ఎలా అయితే ఫామ్ అయిందో అక్కడ ఎలా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. And H2CO3 again converted into, what is that, HCO3 minus plus H plus. So this reaction occur in the RBC, and at the same time, due to the low pH, what will happen here, there is more NaCl, sodium chloride, and that sodium chloride divided into Na plus Cl minus at the level of tissue. Due to the low pH, NaCl divided into Na plus Cl minus, chloride and sodium ga divide అయిపోతుంది. At the same time, carbonic anhydrase which is present in the RBC first bind the CO2 with the H2O and convert it into H2CO3 carbonic acid, and the same time carbonic anhydrase convert the H2CO3 into HCO3 minus plus H plus. And the interesting fact is, the plasma membrane of RBC is more permeable to anions. So HCO3 minus, due to the more formation of bicarbonates చాలా ఎక్కువగా ఫామ్ అయిపోవడం వలన, due to the more pressure of HCO3 minus, some amount of HCO3 minus come out through the plasma membrane into the plasma. వీటిలో నుంచి HCO3 minus బయటకు వచ్చేస్తుంది. HCO3 minus come out at the site of tissue only. When the CO2 is released from the tissues and enter into the RBC, and it is bind with the H2O and form H2CO3, after that it is converted into HCO3 minus plus H plus ions. Due to the more permeability of the plasma membrane of RBC, bicarbonate ions released or diffused through the membrane of plasma into the plasma. Okay, దీని చుట్టూ బయటకు వచ్చేస్తాయి. టు కంపెన్సేట్ ద అయాన్ బ్యాలెన్స్, బయటకి మైనస్ అయాన్స్ ఎక్కువ వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి. సో టు కంపెన్సేట్ ద అయానిక్ బ్యాలెన్స్, ద Cl minus enter into the RBC. Cl minus enter into the RBC like this. Cl minuses which are more in plasma, they enter into RBC. So RBC releases HCO3 minus out into the plasma, and plasma gives Cl minuses to compensate the ion balance, and this shift is known as chloride shift. It is also known as Humberg's principle, because this theory is proposed by or discovered by Humberg in 1894, I think. Okay, so it is known as Humberg's principle or chloride shift, very very important. And this reaction will occur in reverse manner at the site of alveolus. When the RBC reaches the alveolar site where the pH is more and PCO2 is low, so automatically HCO3 minus and H plus ions converted into H2CO3, and then next H2CO3 converted into H2O plus CO2, and CO2 released out or expelled out. I'll explain that also. So first of all, this is the Hamburg's principle or chloride shift which occur at the site of tissue level. Actually what will happen here, the H plus HCO3 minus compensate with the chloride ions, and that HCO3 minus present in plasma up to the alveolus, the blood is more with HCO3 minus bicarbonates. Okay, so that's why deoxygenated blood is more acidic in nature when compared with the oxygenated blood, because of carbamino compounds also release H plus ions at this site also. Okay, here the H plus ion bind with the hemoglobin, very interesting here. H plus ion bind with the hemoglobin. Okay, actually at that time the hemoglobin have 4 oxygen molecules. Hemoglobin bind with the 4 oxygen molecules plus HCO3 minus. It is the condition in the RBC. The RBC have H plus ions and HCO3 minus ions, and at that same time when the carbon dioxide released into the RBC and it is divided into HCO3 minus plus H plus, at that time the hemoglobin actually bind with the oxygen. Okay, so it is converted into very important and interesting. The H plus bind with the hemoglobin and hemoglobin converted into acid hemoglobin. Okay, and it releases oxygen plus HCO3 minus. Simple, clear it is. Whenever the carbon dioxide enter into the RBC and bind with the H2O to convert H2CO3, and that H2CO3 released into HCO3 minus plus H plus, that H plus bind with the hemoglobin which is already bind with the oxygen. Whenever the H plus bind with the hemoglobin, that hemoglobin receive the H plus and release the oxygen. That oxygen released to the tissues, and HCO3 minus released from the cell into the plasma. Okay, and it receives, RBC receives the chloride ions into the cell. Now this deoxygenated blood move towards the alveolus from the tissues, right, up to here. When it reaches the alveolus, the reaction reverse, because here partial pressure of oxygen is more, so automatically hemoglobin bind with the oxygen and release H plus ions, and that H plus ion bind with the HCO3 minus and converted into H2CO3, and that H2CO3 converted into H2O plus CO2. The same reaction done by carbonic anhydrase, which is a special enzyme only present in RBC, not in plasma. Actually మన టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో ఉంది మైన్యూట్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ కార్బోనిక్ ఎన్హైడ్రేస్ ప్రజెంట్ ఇన్ ప్లాస్మా అని. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ నెగ్లిజిబుల్. ఐ థింక్ ప్లాస్మాలో ఉండదు అసలు, బట్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో ఇచ్చాడు కాబట్టి ఉంటుందని అనుకుందాం. బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నో యూస్ అండ్ దెర్ ఈస్ అబ్సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ కార్బోనిక్ ఎన్హైడ్రేస్ ఇన్ ప్లాస్మా. సో టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ను కూడా మనం నమ్మనవసరం లేదు. సో ఇది ఇక్కడ ఆల్వియోలస్ దగ్గర జరిగేది. సేమ్ రియాక్షన్ ఇన్ రివర్స్ మేనర్. రివర్స్ క్లోరైడ్ షిఫ్ట్ విల్ అక్కర్ అట్ ద సైట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్వియోలస్. దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎ కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ డిసోసియేషన్ కర్వ్ ఆల్సో. అది మనకి నీట్ క్లాస్లో చెప్పుకుందాం, టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో లేదు కాబట్టి. రైట్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.